Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. Apologies for the delay in us going live. We had such a madness during the fan cams. There were so many people that wanted to talk to us. We had to get around to speaking to everyone. Obviously, when Manchester United play Arsenal, everyone wants to talk, everyone wants to react. And here we are now live. I'm here walking down to the car with Dean, and we've just been talking, recording a bit for the vlog as well, where we were saying that it feels like a defeat, massive missed opportunities, didn't take all of our chances, and now we're going to feel the pain for it. Dean, obviously you were speaking before, and I kind of cut you off because we were recording a bit for the vlog and we wanted to do this live, but Mason Greenwood, you feel should have started today?
How Rashford lasted the 9 minutes, I don't know. He just didn't offer. He looked like he was injured and that. And for me, like I say, there's just the movement he offered, the problems he was causing by pressuring man and getting in and about man. I know he wasn't great. He only had 20 minutes or whatever. But had we ever had someone doing that up front of anybody from the start, I think we'd have given more problems. And I think the top end of the pitch is where we struggled the most. As we conceded or whatever, but it's just we just need to bury them, innit?
Yeah, it is.
They was there for the taking.
Now, let's talk about the positives first, because we always dive into the negatives. So let's talk about the positives first. By the way, we're doing Aftermath Live tomorrow. You got a long ass day tomorrow, bro. This keeps got a long ass day. So it might be pushed back a little bit. But I might have a long ass day now as well. Shit! I just remembered. So obviously, there were some positives. Axel Tuanzebe, incredible at left back, did fantastically well, looks comfy.
Essentially, I thought for their goal from what?
I felt like it was Victor Lindelof's fault more because he shouldn't have let the pass roll past him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then we had obviously Axel Tuanzebe with a positive performance. Scott McTominay was your man of the match. Yeah, he was one of my man of the match. Obviously, the goal makes you separate him from the rest. But I thought him, Axel, and Andreas Pereira kind of had good games.
McTominay was everywhere. Watch it, bro. And obviously the goal topped up. The header he had from the corner. If he'd have buried that, then I don't even know, man. Like I say, I'm one of his biggest critics. For him to put in a performance like that, like I say, Pogba's poor.
Yeah.
Pogba's poor. Again, man are looking at him like he's the saviour of this team, and we only have a chance when he plays. And to be honest, he was a passenger in that midfield, to be honest.
Do you think he was poor though?
He had the chance, the shot he had to be just wide, and obviously the through ball.
I just feel he was in the wrong position of the pitch, and I think that's because of the way we set up rather than... when we set up with this 4-2-3-1, it's annoying. Like when we brought Fred on, I was happy to actually see...
Fred was neat
as
well.
I was happy to see him bring Fred on, because now that maybe makes me think he actually sees something in McTominay, Fred and Pogba. Because when he brought on Fred, he went in alongside McTominay and Pogba went up top to where Jesse was. So I'm hoping that might... Oh shit, I just got bad luck. I'm hoping that might be something that, we see in the future. Right, so McTominay, Tuanzebe, Andreas Pereira. I compared Andreas Pereira to me today, which is a bit unfair to Andreas Pereira.
All he wants to do is whip it.
It's like me, look, back in the day, still in the day, I had a good whip. I have a good whip on my left foot. So I used to just, as soon as I get the ball, right, how can I whip this ball? How can I get into a position where I'm whipping this ball into the box or I'm shooting? And that's what I feel like Pereira plays like.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as he gets the ball, how can I showcase my whip? You know what I mean? And he did it. And there was that time where he was just trying to get back onto it to whip it in. And then it was like, he's trying to whip it. And then what happened? The ball comes rolling to him. He whips onto the back post, and it's a great ball. Yeah. Like, it has it in his locker, but I think sometimes it's a bit one-dimensional. With his always, like, the defender knows what he's trying to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they're not stupid. I know he's only just coming into the Man United first team, but they do know.
But again, he surprised me. Like I said, the chance that he had where he broke through, and I think he was one-on-one with David Luiz. I think he just dropped the shoulder. That surprised me. There was some as bad as it seems, and there was some.
I don't think everyone thought Arsenal were going to come out and batter us. Yeah. Everyone thought Leicester were going to come out, batter us. Yeah. No one really thought Chelsea were, because at that point in the season, the start of the season, everyone's confident. But in the biggest games of the season, you could argue Wolves as well, but Wolves' form has been off this season, so I kind of feel like that was 2 points dropped as well. But Leicester, Chelsea, Arsenal, We've been very competitive in those games, and arguably we should have 9 points from those games.
But we
This is
don't.
against the teams that are smaller, that we're failing to break down. And again, like you said earlier on the vlog, it's that lack of a clinicalness, that cutting edge. We haven't got it going forward.
I mean, for me, like I say, it's 2 point instruction. That we was here for the taking, like based on our previous performances, but we've kind of pulled out of the bag. But like I say, it's 2 point instruction. Like
100% 2
Like
points.
I say, City, Liverpool.
I feel like we
think
lost.
they all put them to the sword.
I feel like we lost, Dean.
Like, I don't think as much. Well, not that Arsenal are some mad sick team and that, but I expected more from them going forward than what they offered. To be honest,
They didn't offer
I don't
much
think
going
we-
forward. They seemed happy with the draw, innit?
yeah, 100.
When it went
was
1-1, they
better,
kept
man.
wasting bare time.
Yeah, I'm trying. Kolasinac fighting off fucking muggers and that. Man's just dropping to the floor like a sack of potatoes and that. What I go on for that?
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. We are too far apart at times when we attack. It does feel very just disjointed, doesn't it?
We had some decent link up in it, like the interchange of play, like. But again, it's like we're just making it up as we go, like.
What do you think of Daniel James's performance today? Because he never really created anything, but he was an outlet, like you're about to say.
Yeah, he was out. It's like I said in the first half. There was a time when literally you just got the ball and just like running at man, and it's like it's been so long since we've had a winger who just does that, like just run at him, and then like as soon as he started running at man, just start backtracking. It's like just putting pressure on man. He moves us up the pitch. I didn't think his end product wasn't great, but again, it was a different option. I was surprised he lasted so long. Like when Lingard came, I thought he probably like. Not that
I
Lingard
was surprised.
doing great,
Yeah,
but,
Lingard
like,
didn't have a great game.
He was starting to come into the game.
But I would have brought off Rashford for Greenwood,
100%.
and maybe Lingard for Fred isn't a bad decision in terms of you bring Pogba further up, you drop Fred back. That's not a bad decision. With Lingard, I want to see him get, bruv. Lingard is probably the best footballer in the team in terms of pass move.
Yeah.
So why don't you play to your strengths, bro? I don't see you buzzing around enough. I don't see you trying to demand, give me that ball, let me make something happen. I don't see enough people taking responsibility in that team. I feel like everyone's happy for someone else to do. It's like the way we pass. You know, sometimes when we pass across the defence, it's like everyone's happy for a next man to shoot or a next man to try and make something happen. So we'll just keep passing it across. No one's taking that responsibility, grabbing the game by the balls, and we need to see that in that team. Pause. But really, you need to grab the game by the balls, bro. Metaphorically speaking, not literally. I just think McTominay is physically limited.
I thought he was.
I don't know what that means. I think his
everywhere.
physicality is the best thing about his game, that he gets around everywhere. Because like you said, his passing ability is better when he keeps it simple.
Yeah, but he was.
He was playing so well at some point today that he got the ball and he went to ping some pass.
Yeah, just pinged out for a goal kick or something. It's like, bro, just chill out, man. Just chill out. Like, I don't know where you was going with that, but
Raheem called him McSauce today. He was like, don't gas him.
Don't keep his feet on the floor, man. That's where we've had problems with a lot of these players. That's where, again, Rashford thinks he's some. I don't know what kind of player he thinks he is. Like, man, you need to attack. That's the thing that, I ain't gonna start just going on at Rashford, but it's like, bro, get in the box, innit? Like, just get in the box.
Yeah, remember what we were criticising Lukaku for last season in terms of when he wasn't confident, he'd go out wide, try and whip a ball in the box. Like, no one wants you out wide, bro. No one wants you asking for the ball from a corner when you could be in the box trying to score that corner. So it's just all a bit weird. And why is Ashley Young taking corners when we got Andreas Pereira on the fucking pitch? Ashley Young, I don't like talking about Ashley Young because it goes without saying the guy's rubbish.
He just looks like a man where like we've all come down to play a game. We're one man short and we've just seen a geezer stand on the side. Bro, do you want to play? That's literally how he looks in this team.
Because it's not like Youngie. I've seen you actually. I thought you actually had a good delivery on you. You know what I mean? You're not doing nothing. Like not passing the ball. You're not getting the ball to anyone. Do you think both these managers will be in charge of their respective clubs at the end of the season? Emery and Ollie. Because someone just mentioned as well how everyone's, both the managers are under pressure.
I think Ollie will, to be honest. I think he's, like I say, for the ownership, I think he's been kind of made a bit of a scapegoat. He's been hung out to dry. Because like I said, the lack of investment, and then really who is shocked? Like no one's shocked in it. Like I'm not shocked really. Like where we're gonna end up. Like I'm not thinking, oh yeah, we're getting top 4 or whatever. Like, just
Nah,
look
no one is.
Look at what we've done in it. So
Top 4 is
I
off the
think he
cards.
used to have a job. To be honest, I think I'd assume he probably have a job as well. I don't really think they've invested really to close the gap on the top in it.
They did spend like 90 million on Pepe in about 10-yearly installment.
Yeah, but like again, like
Where was Pepe today anyway? The little bitch.
Yeah, but he's some side man.
Did Axel put him in his pocket?
Is it Sacco? Number 77.
He looked better, innit?
Yeah, he was tough still.
But then he was playing up against Ashley Young.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying as well.
Here's the thing. I always think Ashley Young's going to make him think. Show him a little bit of experience. You know, one of them ones like nip in front of the ball when the ball's coming. Bro, Ashley Young was acting like he was pinned behind Didier Drogba in his prime. At times he was like, but he's playing. You're playing against a geezer with number 77 on his shirt. You should already know. He's not serious. You know what I mean?
He's not serious.
Well, he is serious, but he's a fringe.
You get me? Like, could have just been batted up.
Young is so championship. Young don't play in a championship. The championship's a good league, you know. Championship's the greatest league in the world, in fact. That's why I'm so keen for United to get there. I'm joking. The championship is the greatest league in the world, though, bar none. Thoughts on that? Most entertaining league in the world.
It's a tough league.
It's better than the Prem.
It's not the level of football. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the level of
It's getting
football
better.
isn't. But look, Ashley Young doesn't start for Aston Villa anymore. He shouldn't be starting for Man United anymore. Any other, like, look at City, bruv. The way, one man,
But
even
they're
a man gets
spending,
injured
they're
and they'll
spending,
replace
though.
him.
But that's what I'm saying. But they're spending.
Well,
We're not
yeah, I know.
spending. That's why we got man there, because we ain't been spending yet. Me, like, the fact that he's even playing is like fair play to him, bruv. Like, you know what I'm saying? Really, probably thought he'd probably be definitely retired or just sitting in the reserves. Man's starting on it.
Yeah,
Fair
it's
play,
nuts.
but he's not good enough, man.
That's the cricket ground behind Dean, for those wondering where we're at. It's been literally pissing down with rain all day. I don't know how it hasn't stopped. God's pissed off because United is shit. But to be fair, we weren't shit today. That's the thing, though, as well, man.
Better, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there is some positives. Some positives still.
Just not many, I suppose. Axel was the biggest positive for me, playing out of position and playing so comfortably like that.
I thought at the time on it, bro.
Yeah. But I mean,
quality,
like, Axel hasn't played much, you know what I mean?
It surprised me still. Like, we got a surprise with today.
You parked up that way?
Yeah.
Right then, Dean. Pleasure. Thanks for linking up. Any final words? Aftermath
Be
live.
safe, innit? You know what I'm saying? Be safe.
Safe, bro. Catch you later, yeah. Right, there's Dean going. I'm walking down, my car's down this way. Me and Dean travelled separately today because Dean's got some stuff to do tomorrow in Manchester, so he's hanging around. And I am heading straight back, heading through the dark. You can see my teeth if I smile, but that's about it. Yes, guys, so United drawing against Arsenal, dropping points. So disappointed with that. So disappointed with, everything that comes with it. But gotta keep going, and we gotta hope that Ollie's actually building something, because if not, then the results don't come, and we'll see another manager sacked before it's too late. But yeah, really frustrated with that. That should have been 3 points there today. We didn't get 3 points, and it feels like a loss. I walked out there feeling like we lost. When that Rashford free kick, I was convinced that was the moment. Pogba, when he bent it around the post, convinced that was the moment. McTominay's header, convinced that was the moment. But fortunately, it wasn't to be. And United have dropped 2 more points at Old Trafford. That's 5 points dropped there now, when you include the Crystal Palace game. And yeah, just massively frustrating. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to Full-Time Devils, to AdamMcKola TV. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And for now, I'm going to get out of here. But fan cams are coming up on Full-Time Devils soon, and they are some bangers as well. Andy Tate's is already up. There's a few more already up, but there was another one which will be up later, which was a big free-for-all, and it went down pretty well. So keep it locked. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out of here.